What's up, everyone? I'm back again today. I'm gonna go over another stock, but before I go into the stock, let me say this: I'm not a financial advisor. Well, I'm not your financial advisor, and I'm not your business consultant. So please talk to a financial advisor or someone about this before you make any purchases of these investments that I talk about. So today, I'm gonna talk about Realty Income Corp. Ticker symbol is O. This is a pretty favorite people's dividend stock, and I'm just pulling up the projected. So projective, it looks like it's gonna be even out, and right there, it kind of deters me a little bit. But before we go into all that, here is the stock. It is down for the 5-year mark, 18 or 25.21%. For the 3-year mark, is down 22.84%, and the 1-year mark is down 8.99%. Now, before I go on to the investor, let's look at the analysts, what they say. They say by 2025, it should be about 59.9, and right now it's 54.34. So 15 analysts said it's supposed to be $59.09, and the analyst says to buy it. Well, I'm going to come from an investor standpoint, and let's see who invested in it. Well, BlackRock invested in it, Vanguard invested in it, State Street invested in it, Bank of America. Okay, so we have some good companies or good investment companies buying it. Top sellers, I don't know any of these companies, so I'm not worried about it. Let's see what companies are exiting. All right, so they're selling it, and let's check their earnings report. Well, it looks like they've been missing the earnings report, so they're not cash positive on this part. Well, let me look. 2023, they growth about 21%. The cost of goods sold went up 40%. The profit margin, the gross profit margin went up 20%. That's not bad. And the operation expense went up 24%. Other income expense went up negative 28%. So other expenses went down. Dilution. Okay. So net profit, they gain about 21.5% net profit. That's not bad. This is a dividend account, and price per share earning looks like it's been going down, but revenue has been going up. So it's not bad. So let's look at their leverage liquidation. They've pretty much been the same. All right, let's go into what. So this is Realty Income. This is their website. So let's see. The compound annual return since 94 is 13.6%, which that's pretty good. The compound annual dividend growth is about 4.3%, and consistent monthly dividend declare of 647 with 107 consensual quarter increase. So the latest release on the Q1 2024, let's see what they have. So San Diego, California, May 24th, Realty Income, ticker symbol O, monthly dividend. So during the quarter, we have a 598 million investment volume and an average cash yield of 7.8%. That's not bad for cash yield. Approximately 54% of the total investment total in UK and Europe at the initial of 8.2%. So let's look at the 3-month ending. So the common share shows that it has 129.7 million to or 0.16 per share. Okay. This total revenue did go up. Net income available per stockholder. So that valuation went down. Net income available to stockholder. Okay. This is one of the dividend that I have sold and liquidate all of it because I personally didn't see it growing anymore. It looks like due to the real estate, it is having issues, but they say it's bullish. According to Microsoft. But when I look at these charts in the 1 year, it's 52.8. And if I look at the whole year, it looks like it peaked out and it looks like it's going to start dropping. And it's not breaking the curve to go back up. So if you come back here and look at this, it's failing to break these points of entry, of growing to the next phase. So how it works is people will invest, and whenever it doesn't break these peaks and people start selling, it causes it to drip more or drop some more. And Realty income could be a good investment. But based off the chart, today it's up. And it's growing today. But based off the 5-year chart, it's dropping. Why is that? Probably because the real estate market is struggling right now due to high interest rate. And right now I pulled out from a lot of my real estate portfolios because of the issue with the interest rate, because that's just something you have to look at. Overall, I think they're a good company. They do pay a dividend yield. The 3-year average is 1.75, and in March 2024 it was 0.77. The 3-year average for the free cash flow is a negative, and the revenue is kind of good, 1.51, but the free cash flow right now it's 0.28 per share value. This is per share value. So in book value, it says its value is supposed to be 46.88. That's what this says right here. And this is company stockholder equity dividend by share outstanding compared to the last 3 years. So last 3 years, they think it's supposed to be 46.88. I could be reading this wrong, but I'm reading it for myself. Let's see who's sold. Interesting. Who's Chap? So the independent director, Chapman Larry, sold 5K share. Man, these people get a large amount of shares. So February, Roy, the president or the CEO, got 132 shares. So let's get the map. So 132,000 shares, right? That's what times $54. So they paid him $712,000 in stocks. That's quite a bit. I don't know if anyone else is getting paid that much in stocks. Maybe Elon Musk is, but and maybe I could be wrong on how much they value it, but yeah, that's a lot to give a CEO. They almost gave him or $750,000 in stocks. All right. So revenue is 1.26 billion and net income is 132.28 million. So net income is they make 132 million a quarter in 2023 annually. So 869. Yeah, this is not equally, the net income and the revenue is not equally increasing, which kind of concerns me because it looks like the people are lining their own pockets right now, or the company, instead of paying out to dividend, because it looks like they dropped the dividend earnings. So 62.79 EPS surprise. Oh, that's not good. So they missed Q1's earning by a long shot. So them missing this earning, I don't think they're going to be recovering anytime soon. And in February, they gave a $750,000 to the CEO. Now they do pay a good dividend, but I don't see me wanting to invest when they're missed their quarterly earning by this much. And it looks like they have a trend of missing their earnings. Besides 2023 Q1, they've been missing their earnings for the last 4 quarters. 1, 2, 3, 4. So them missing their earnings for the last 4 quarters tells me not to invest in them. Because if you can't hit your earnings or your expected revenue, there's an issue and concern to have on that part. They do have BlackRock investing in them and Vanguard investing in them, but I think it's just for them to get more stocks in the company. But with them giving their CEO, $750,000, that's not including his pay. He could be making like $2-3 million, $4 million a year, and then he should get that much money. I don't know what his cost is, but someone in their company in the last 3 months sold out. And the valuation of the company, financial value, is high for the PS. Earnings been missed over and over and over, besides Q1. So for them missing it and these numbers for their performance, I don't think it's good for an investor. Maybe if you want a short-term dividend, but I don't know why you want it if your stock value is going down. Normally, if you want a high dividend, you want it to break even throughout the year. So you kind of want it to flatline. If you want like a 12% dividend yield or 7% dividend yield, because that accounts for the growth of the stock. So if you have 7%, it's okay if it breaks even, because if you reinvest it, you'd be fine. They do have a 5.91% dividend yield. So they have a 6% dividend yield. So if you do the 1 year, they pretty much broke even with the expect. So if you invested it and all the money went back into it every quarter, you might have broke even. But if you're owning a stock for dividend yield only, this one might be okay for you if you're okay with breaking even with the stock. Now, it misses earning. So remember that. If it misses earning, is it really worth keeping? Well, that's up to y'all. Please like and subscribe to my channel. And yep, that's all I got for y'all.